According to a new report published by the UNICEF Office of Research, the majority of wealthy countries are creating unhealthy and dangerous conditions for children around the world. The report compares how 39 countries in the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development and the European Union fare in the matter of providing healthy environments to the children. The report, titled Places and Spaces, Environments and Children's Well-Being, states that if everybody in the world consumed resources at the rate that people do in the OECD and the EU countries, the equivalent of 3.3 Earths would be needed to keep up with consumption levels. And if everyone was to consume resources at the rate at which people in Canada, Luxembourg and the US do, at least 5 Earths would be required, 5 such planets. The issue of climate change and the environment is not an abstract concept. It is affecting children right now. Rising temperatures, higher sea levels, air and soil pollution, and extreme weather events. These will not only have an impact on the world that we leave behind for future generations, it is also impacting our brains, lungs, and hearts today. In 9 of the world's richest countries, more than 1 in 20 children have elevated levels of lead in their blood. The report states globally 1 death in 4 among children aged under 5 years could be averted by improving environmental factors. Children's behavior, like putting their fingers in their mouths and the fact that their bodies and immune systems are still developing, makes them particularly vulnerable to the consequences of climate change. Children in poor families tend to face greater exposure to environmental harm than children in richer families. Gunilla Olsen, director of the UNICEF Office of Research, has pointed out that in some cases, developed countries provide relatively healthy environments for children at home while being among the top contributors to pollutants that are destroying children's environments abroad. The least wealthy EU countries and the OECD countries in Latin America and Europe have a much lower impact on the wider world. Children will have to deal with today's environmental problems for a long time, and yet they have little influence over the course of events. While governments and businesses have made commitments to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 2050, they need to take effective action now. The report makes a strong case for governments and the global community adapting to climate change with a sense of urgency. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.